Hi everybody, this is me. This is my hand. So I'm not showing you my face today because my hair is a mess, because I'm letting it grow long and I don't feel like taking a shower so that I can make my hair cooperate. Besides, the focal point of this video is I'm going to show you all the movies that I have on my movie shelf, because Harkle tells me that this is a very popular thing going on YouTube right now. So I just double checked my list and I have 304 movies on this shelf here, or this series of shelves. We'll start over here in the A section. So there's License to Kill, and then there's the Pierce Brosnan James Bond. So that's GoldenEye, Tomorrow Never Dies, The World Is Not Enough, and Die Another Day. And then there's the Daniel Craig, Casino Royale, Quantum of Solace, and Skyfall. I bought this before Spectre and No Time to Die came out. Haven't even watched any of those because I don't really like the Daniel Craig as Bond. Then there's 27. Then there's 17 again. 21 Jump Street. I don't even remember buying that. 27 Dresses. The 40-Year-Old Virgin. 50-50. 127 Hours. American Pie. American Pie 2. American Pie: The Wedding. American Reunion, Ant-Man and the Wasp, Ant-Man and the Wasp, Armageddon, Atlantis: The Lost Empire, The Three Austin Powers, Avengers, Age of Ultron, Infinity War and Endgame, Back to the Future trilogy, Batman, the original Batman, and then the Christopher Nolan Batmans. So Batman Begins, The Dark Knight, and The Dark Knight Rises, Baywatch, Beastly, Beauty and the Beast animated, Big, Billy Madison, Black Panther, which sucks, but I keep because I need it for my MCU collection, Black Widow, Bohemian Rhapsody, Bride Wars, Bridge to Terabithia, an amazing movie, Bruce Almighty, Butterfly Effect, Burlesque, Cabin in the Woods, The Call, Captain America 1, 2, and 3, Captain Marvel, which also is pretty bad, but again, needed for the collection, and then Captain Underpants, Crank 2, Crazy Stupid Love, Creed and Creed 2, again, haven't even watched those, don't remember how I got them, Dallas Buyers Club, another amazing movie. Deadpool, another amazing movie. Deadpool 2, Death Race, and then this is Firefly up here. This isn't a movie. I should actually point out other incredible ones. This one, incredible. Infinity War, incredible. Endgame is also so good, but I like it a little bit less than Infinity War, but I consider these two to be basically the one movie, so whatever. And then American Pie 2 is the best of all of these, easy. Back to the Future, fantastic. Dark Knight, fantastic. Bohemian Rhapsody, I really like that one. Bridge to Terabithia I talked about. Cabin in the Woods is awesome. I haven't watched that in a while though. I really like Winter Soldier and Civil War. Those are both very good movies. Crank is actually really interesting, and I think it actually holds up pretty well. The second one, not so much. Okay, second row now is where it's going to get confusing, because this is where we have our first set of double rows, because this one is just a single. So then over here we have The Departed, haven't even watched that, Doctor Strange and the Multiverse of Madness, and this is the most recent of the MCU movies that I actually have. I'm still waiting to get a copy of Thor: Love and Thunder, and then Wakanda Forever, which I didn't even watch, isn't even out yet, but I need that one too for the collection. Dune, which one is this? I'm pretty sure this is the original. Yeah, the original one. From Dusk Until Dawn, Easy A, Elf, the Escape Room, and then Escape Room 2, I think? No, this is Eternals. Haven't even watched it. That one alongside Black Panther 2, because I didn't feel like it. This one and Black Panther 2 are the only MCU movies that I've never even watched. So again, Eternals is in here just because of the, just for the sake of the collection. Eurotrip, amazing. I absolutely love that movie. It was my first teen sex comedy, so I might be a little biased, but I think this is a terribly underrated movie, and I can quote so much of it. Fantastic Four. Oh, Ex Machina, also a very good movie. Fantastic Four. I don't have Rise of the Silver Surfer, and I haven't actually watched that one. Fast and the Furious. This one is actually... Oh, no. This is The Fast and the Furious, so that's 1. This is Fast and Furious, which is 4. And then Fast 5, which is obviously 5. And that's all that I was able to watch. I looked at 6 and 7, but they were all just the same, really. Ferris Bueller's Day Off, another amazing movie. Final Destination 2, 3... The Final Destination, which is 4, and then 5. I don't have the first one because it's boring. Actually, I might have it, but it's probably on DVD. Otherwise, it would be here. Let's see. Yeah, I do. It is on DVD right there. Fired Up. Haven't even watched that. Don't even know what it's about. Forrest Gump, another great movie. Friday the 13th. Oh, this one thing here is 8 movies on this one thing. Friday the 13th, the remake, Friends with Benefits, Frozen, Full Metal Jacket, very overrated. I think I just thought it was just okay. Ghostbusters, classic. Good Luck Chuck, another one of my favorite movies that I'm biased towards, like Eurotrip. It's actually like a terrible movie, but I love it. Guardians of the Galaxy, obviously. Guardians of the Galaxy 2. What is this one? Oh, Happy Death Day. That's another good movie that I actually am pretty recently into. I don't have the second one and haven't seen it. But I really like that movie, especially because Jessica Roth is just... Oh, she's so hot. I was captivated. And then I realized that the plot was also quite interesting. Oh, so this is Harold and Kumar 1, which I think is the best one that they've done. And then this is a very Harold and Kumar Christmas. And I don't have Escape from Guantanamo Bay, but I do plan to get it. Just so that I'll have it. Because I was only able to sit through like the first 20 minutes of it, and then I thought it was just crap. I liked the simplicity of the White Castle one, and I liked how it felt like a very natural progression from all the different set pieces. But Escape from Guantanamo Bay, you would think that that's like the major part, but they escape from Guantanamo Bay by like a half hour in, basically, and then the rest of it is just them running around doing random stuff. So, like, what's the point of them even going to prison? And then the Harry Potter, this is 1 and 2, this is 3 and 4, this is 5 and 6, and this is 7 part 1 and part 2. The Hitman's Bodyguard, Home Alone 1 and 2, Hot Tub Time Machine, The Hunchback of Notre Dame, Hysteria, I Love You, Beth Cooper, I don't remember that one. Inception, I haven't even seen that. Incredible Hulk, don't really like that movie, but again, for the collection. Indiana Jones, only the first 3, because the Crystal Skull. Iron Man, oh, and here is Lego Iron Man, who is guarding the Iron Man movies, doing his job. We'll put a hue up there. So then Iron Man 2, Iron Man 3, Jennifer's Body, Ashton Kutcher in Jobs, and then this is both of the Jumanji reboot movies, so Welcome to the Jungle and The Next Level. Now we're on to the second shelf here, so this is Le Parc Jurassique. Oh, that actually is backwards. So this is a good example of why French is stupid, because everything is backwards in French. Yeah, so this should actually be like this. There we go. So the Jurassic Park Ultimate Trilogy. So that one is the first 3, and then Jurassic World, and then Jurassic World Fallen Kingdom. Have yet to see Domination and don't have it. Kick-Ass, Kill Bill Part 1, Kill Bill Part 2, Killers, Lara Croft Tomb Raider, that's the one with Angelina Jolie. Don't remember when I had this. I don't even think I've seen it. Legally Blonde 2. Haven't seen the second one, but Reese Witherspoon is amazing in the first one, and it's very funny. The Lego Movie, Les Mis. I don't even think I've seen that all the way through, but I like it. This one is Lilo and Stitch, one of my personal favorite Disney movies of all time. The Lion King, Little Mermaid. This is an import, so it's like double the length of 2 for some reason. Lord of the Rings 1, 2, and 3. Love Guru. The Lovely Bones. Don't remember where I got that. The Machinist. Don't remember where I got that. Marley and Me. Oh, a guilty pleasure of mine. I'm a sucker for dog movies. But I actually hate Owen Wilson as an actor. I think he's terrible, and he plays the same character in every movie, so I just ignore him. But Jennifer Aniston is there, and she's not awful, but she has never had as good of a role as she was as Rachel on Friends. Oh, my back's getting sore because of this for this angle. The Mask, The Matrix. It's just the original, because I really don't care for the second or the third one, and I haven't even seen the fourth one. The Maze Runner 2, Mike and Dave Need Wedding Dates, $1 Million Baby, amazing. The Mist, also very, very good and not very talked about. A hell of a lot better than that Netflix series for that one. Moana. That's the new Mortal Kombat. That one I've only seen the one time. I had actually forgotten that I even had that. And then this is Mr. and Mrs. Smith with Brad Pitt and Angelina Jolie. The Mummy Deluxe. That's not the second and the third. It's just the original. Mulan and Mulan 2. Napoleon Dynamite. No Strings Attached. Passengers. Perfect Getaway. Pirates 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Pitch Perfect. The Princess Bride. Amazing. Pocahontas and Pocahontas 2. Haven't even seen it. And then this metal guy here is the first 3 Pokemon movies. Pompeii with Jon Snow and Violet from the movie of what's its name? Series of Unfortunate Events. Rocky, just the first one. I haven't seen any of the other ones, but I do plan to get them at some point. This one is Saw 1, 2, and 3. Serenity, which is the movie for Firefly that serves as the wrap-up after it was canceled erroneously. Shang-Chi, Shazam, Schindler's List, The Simpsons movie, The Social Network, and So I Married an Axe Murderer, which is a very funny Mike Myers movie that I'm not going to try and describe right now because I don't remember. Ooh, okay. I think I can sit now. I'm sitting on the I'm sitting on the on-off switch for the light. Okay, back into it. Okay, so this is the last shelf for the movies. Soul Surfer, amazing movie. If that's about what's her name, Bethany, the girl that got her arm bit off, the surfer by a shark. Space Jam, the original. Never seen the Space Jam 2. Speed, a movie that I actually got into a while ago, and I thought was going to be really cheesy, but it's actually awesome. Spider-Man 1 and 2. Oh, these are actually out of order. I don't know how that happened. Yeah, this one is supposed to be over here. And I don't know what happened to Spider-Man 3. I could have sworn I had that one, because it's actually not that bad. But I guess I got rid of it. But I do have the first 2, though, which are the best of the Sam Raimi movies. And now I'm having trouble getting this in. There we go. You never want to have that problem, boys. You never want to have trouble getting it in. So there's the Spider-Man. Here's the 3 MCU Spider-Man movies. The SpongeBob SquarePants movie, absolutely incredible. Spy Kids, the Spy Kids actually holds up pretty well today. And then this is all 3 of the Star Trek reboot movies. I have not seen any of the originals, nor do I plan to, because they've aged like something that doesn't age well. This is all 6 Star Wars movies in this guy, and then there's Rogue One, Solo, Episode 7, 8, and 9. Super 8, the superhero movie. This one is Tangled. Tarzan, the Disney animated one. Team America, awesome. Ted, awesome. The Terminal, very under-talked about movie. That's about the guy that ends up having to live in the in an airport for a long time because he can't go home and he can't go to the US. Terminator 1 and 2, and then Rise of the Machines. And I have not seen any of the other ones, and I might, but from what I hear, only the second one is really worth it. Damn. The Theory of Everything is the movie about Stephen Hawking. And then there's Thor, The Dark World, Thor Ragnarok, and then, like I said, I don't have Love and Thunder yet, but that one would go there. Titanic. Actually, this is my newest movie, which I've known about for a while, but I didn't actually have the Blu-ray until recently. Transformers. This one is just the first one, because again, all the other ones are kind of shit. Treasure Planet, an underrated Disney movie. That's basically a remake of Treasure Planet, except everything is robots and it's in space, which is cool. The Truman Show. Haven't even seen that, but I've heard great things about that. Tucker and Dale vs. Evil is a absolutely hilarious movie, and it's making fun of horror movies, and it's absolutely incredible. I highly recommend you all see it, because it's not only is it a gory slasher like all the other horrors, but it's also making fun of horror, but does it in a way that is just absolutely amazing. So creative. Plus it helps that it's got one of the guys from Firefly, Alan Tudyk, in it. So, The Ugly Truth. War Games, haven't even seen that, but I know Matthew Broderick is in that one. War Horse, haven't seen that one. Who Framed Roger Rabbit, Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory, the original one, the real one. I know that the one with Johnny Depp is more accurate to the book, but I've never read the book, and this is the one that I saw first. Wreck-It Ralph, X-Men First Class. I don't have the other ones. I don't remember why I don't. I might have them on DVD. We'll have to look. Zombieland Double Tap, and Zoolander. And that is all my Blu-rays, because this is all TV shows. And then I start the countdown again at in the numbers for DVDs. But most of it is Blu-rays, because it's just this bottom shelf and then a couple over here. So then there's 51st Dates, Accepted. Another super underrated movie that I really, really like. Great comedy. Basically, this kid creates a fake school to fool his parents into thinking that he got into a college, and then real people show up and they also get accepted, and it leads to this whole thing. Aladdin? How the hell do I not have Aladdin on Blu-ray yet? I thought for sure I had that one. I think that's like the only of the Disney Renaissance ones that I don't have on Blu-ray, but I gotta do something about that, because that is unacceptable. And then, what else do we have? Oh, Agent Cody Banks, classic. American Pie Presents Bandcamp and American Pie Presents The Naked Mile are the only two of these worth watching, in my opinion. If you even feel like it. Big Daddy, one of my favorite Adam Sandler movies. Bill and Ted's Excellent Adventure, obviously. Blades of Glory, very funny Will Ferrell and Napoleon Dynamite's actor. What's his name? John Heater. Cheaper by the Dozen, with some sort of stain on the letters here. I don't know what that is. Contracted. Oh, this is a great movie. It's good in that I like the concept and I like the execution, but it did not do well at the box office, and I think it might even have been a straight to DVD. But I saw it on Netflix and I loved it. Basically, this girl is slowly turning into a zombie, and it's like a great body horror that helps because the girl is super hot. But she goes around and doesn't realize what's happening to her, and then all of a sudden on the third day, that's it, she dies. It's awesome. Daddy Day Care. No Daddy Day Camp, because that sucked. Dickie Roberts, former child star. Dude, Where's My Car? Dr. Horrible Sing-Along Blog. The Emperor's New Groove. Employee of the Month. That one is the movie that Dane Cook did before Good Luck Chuck. Enchanted by Disney. Here's Final Destination. Fight Club. Evolution, which is Julianne Moore and the dude from X-Files. What's his name? I forget his name, but he plays Hank on Californication. It's that guy, Fox Mulder. But him, Julianne Moore, and then even what's his name? Orlando Brown. And then also Sean William Scott are in that. That's a very funny movie. It's from the same people that did Ghostbusters. But basically, there's these aliens that are coming to Earth, and they evolve very quickly. So then they're taking over the world, and they're trying to survive and get rid of them. George of the Jungle, the live-action Disney, one of the best live-action Disney movies of all time, and definitely a very high contender for one of my favorite movies ever made. Absolutely incredible. I love this movie. And I don't know why that one's not on Blu-ray, because I tended to go for the ones that I like more than others when I was focusing on which ones to actually get on Blu-ray. The Girl Next Door, classic. Godzilla, only Godzilla that I've seen. Not very good, but I do have memories of it because it was the first exposure to Godzilla that I have. Happy Gilmore, the Hannah Montana movie. Leave me alone. Hannah Montana was a good show. Hercules, another one of my favorite Disney movies of all time. Again, don't know why I don't have that on Blu-ray yet. Honey, I Shrunk the Kids. Probably the second best in that, because the one where he blows up the kid is the second one, and that one's lame. But the first one, Honey, I Shrunk the Kids, I don't have, and I don't know why, but I should get. Jason X is actually surprisingly awesome. It came out, I think that was the last Jason movie that came out before the reboot, and since. And basically he gets frozen in time and ends up on a spaceship, and then he starts killing everybody aboard, and he ends up becoming like a cyborg Terminator thing. Very cool movie. Minutemen, probably one of the best Disney Channel original movies ever, that I think is even better than, what's it called? High School Musical. Don't have those, but I probably should get a couple of them. These have sauce on them or something. I should probably clean these. Miracle on Lane 2, one of the first Disney movies I remember watching, and I don't even remember what it's about, but I do know that I liked it. Oh, yes, I do. It was Frankie Muniz as a kid in a wheelchair, and then he wants to get into, like, street racing with, like, boxcar derbies, but there's rules about, like, people that are like that, so they end up making, like, a custom car, and he ends up winning. It was pretty cool. Miss March, another one of my guilty pleasures, another great sex comedy made by the people behind a comedy troupe that I had never heard of prior to seeing it, but not a very good movie again, but I love it because it's funny. Monsters, Inc., still don't know why that's not on Blu-ray. My Awkward Sexual Adventure, another great sex comedy, and this one is entirely Canadian made, because all the actors are Canadian, and then they even filmed it in Canada, and like it starts off in Winnipeg, and then it goes to Toronto. But yeah, Mystic River. I haven't even seen that, but I hear it's a good. What's his name? Clint Eastwood movie that he directed. I have to see that one. Love and Other Drugs. Fantastic. Actually, not fantastic, but just really good. And Anne Hathaway gets naked a lot, which is always nice. Mighty Morphin Power Rangers the movie. Turbo, a Power Rangers movie. I have not seen the 2017 movie because no. You do not do what they did with that. No, it's terrible. The Santa Claus, The School of Rock, definitely another underrated movie that they completely ruined with that Nickelodeon TV series because the guy that they chose to play Jack Black's character is so wrong, and it's just not funny at all. Amanda Bynes is one of her last good movies. Shrek and Shrek 2, again, don't know why those aren't already on Blu-ray. Sicko, probably the only... Actually, no, Super Size Me, I think, is also on here. Yeah, it is. It's lower, but this one and Super Size Me are the only documentaries I have. The South Park movie, and then finally, this last little section here, we have Species with, what's her name? What's her name? Forget her name. Natasha Henstridge, thank you. Super hot movie, and it also has Marg Hellenberg from CSI when she was really young. Super Size Me, probably one of my favorite documentaries ever, and the only ones that I can sit through. Toy Story 1 and 2, I don't have 3. I know I should get it, but I didn't care for 3 as much as 1 and 2. And I really didn't care for 4 as much, but I do plan to get all of them someday, and all of them should be on Blu-rays. Transporter, another good Jason Statham action movie, and then the sequel, which is not as good, but still a decent movie. Troy with Brad Pitt, haven't even watched it. And then finally, Vanilla Sky with Tom Cruise, haven't even seen that either. And yeah, so that is every movie that I currently have.